Imagine a substance so dangerous that it kills more people than terrorism, war, homicide, and car accidents combined. If this substance didn't exist and someone tried to invent it today, governments would almost certainly ban it immediately. But the paradox is that over 2 billion people drink it every single day. Why do we hold on so tightly to something that harms us so much? In today's video, we are going inside the body to see what these tiny molecules actually do to your brain and your organs. You will understand why alcohol is both a scary biological weapon and an essential social lubricant. And most importantly, we will reveal the real price you are paying for this toxic deal. Our story begins with a fact very few people know. Alcohol is actually a biological weapon. It is created by yeast during fermentation for one purpose: to kill off rival microorganisms. When you take a sip, billions of these weapon molecules flood your stomach and small intestine, heading straight for your liver, the body's main detox center. But here is the problem. Your liver can only process about 1 sip of beer every 5 minutes. Have you ever wondered what happens if we drink faster than that? When the liver gets overwhelmed, an army of alcohol molecules floods your blood, attacking every organ, with the most dangerous destination being your brain. Once it enters the brain, alcohol starts a real riot by messing with your brain's chemical messengers. It numbs the nerve cells, slowing them down and completely breaking their communication. At first, it acts like anesthesia, making stress and pressure disappear. But right after that, it numbs the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for making decisions and self-control. This is exactly why, after a few drinks, you suddenly become more reckless and say things you would normally never dare to say. But why does the brain trick us into feeling good? It's because alcohol triggers the release of endorphins, the happiness molecules that usually show up when we laugh, sing, or dance together. After a few drinks, alcohol creates a chemical sweet spot between relaxation and courage, making our social walls soften and making it easier for strangers to become friends. From this perspective, alcohol is like a crutch that helps us walk through social anxiety. However, behind that temporary fun is a silent and brutal destruction. Here is the scary part that most people ignore. Alcohol molecules can dissolve in both water and fat, meaning they can enter almost every cell and tissue in your body. As your body tries to break down the alcohol, it creates a chemical called acetaldehyde, which is even more toxic than alcohol itself and directly damages your DNA. If you drink before the age of 25, it is like trying to smash a block of wet cement before it has time to harden, because the human brain isn't fully finished until your mid-20s. Binge drinking as a teenager is one of the highest risk factors for getting early-onset dementia later in life. The list of physical damage alcohol causes is longer than you think. Just like how smoking attacks the lungs, alcohol causes 8 different types of cancer from your mouth to your gut. Even less than 1 glass of wine a day, on average, starts to raise your risk. Your liver, the poor victim, sees its fat-burning process interrupted, slowly turning into a swollen mass of fat and eventually leading to cirrhosis, a deadly condition that kills 600,000 people every year. On top of that, it weakens your heart, raises blood pressure, and increases the risk of stroke and thrombosis. But alcohol doesn't stop at attacking the drinker. It can also destroy the people around them. Losing control turns humans into clumsy creatures on the road, causing 500,000 deaths every year in accidents. The most heartbreaking part is that more than half of those victims didn't drink at all. Alcohol is also a major trigger for domestic violence and murder, and every year, 600,000 babies are born with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder because their mothers used alcohol while pregnant. The most shocking truth is the invisible line of alcoholism that 400 million people worldwide have already crossed. Did you know that 50% of people with alcohol addiction show no negative outward signs? They might be successful young people or professionals with stable families, but on average, they drink 4 beers a day and get drunk every week. It is the wide social acceptance of alcohol that makes it more dangerous and harder to spot than almost any other drug in the world. We have spent thousands of years accepting this deal with the devil, trading our health for temporary confidence. But today, the world is seeing a massive shift as younger generations, especially Gen Z, are drinking much less than their parents. While less drinking means fewer accidents, it also comes with a new reality. Loneliness and mental health issues are skyrocketing as people lose their familiar chemical crutch. Alcohol was a powerful tool for connection in the past, but the future is opening a different path. We can learn to build confidence and create deep memories through our passions and real values instead of relying on a toxic substance. This old deal has perhaps reached its end, and the choice of a new way to live and connect is now entirely in your hands. If this video changed the way you look about alcohol, so hit like and subscribe and join me to find out more new things.